Hey everyone, it's Aaron with Fisheads San Juan River Lodge, bringing you the weekly fishing report. Today is July 31st. I'm not quite sure it'll be posted then. We've got a good bit of editing to do because it's our first time filming out on the river. It's been a great day of fishing so far. The nymphing has been hit or miss, and that's because of some flow changes that I'll explain in a second, but today we had a phenomenal dry fly fishing day. So on this river, it seems like if something isn't so hot, usually if you can switch over to dries or to streamers, you're usually able to get back into the fish. And the reason the nymphing has been decent, it hasn't been bad, but it hasn't been on fire like it has been for the last few days, is because there's a lot of flow changes that are happening over the next week. So from now up until the 4th, the flows are going to be at 950. And then from the 5th through the 10th, bumping up to 1200 CFS, and then back down to 950 after that for the foreseeable future. So what that means is a pretty big flow change. It's not quite what we would call high water, but getting very close to it. And so fishing, I would think about two things here. One, keeping your flies clean. There's a lot of muck that we're seeing in the water right now. Don't forget to do that San Juan slap every couple drifts to get those flies clean and back out there. And then secondly, there's enough change in the current to have the fish move around. So get a little creative. Think about going to some of the back channels that you haven't fished before. There's starting to be a lot of current in there. And just in your favorite fishing spots, move around. Go find the fish. In some places they've stayed in the same spot, but we're noticing some holding in some new places and catching fish in areas we just haven't yet, or haven't before yet this season. And so, have fun with it and play around. In terms of what we've been fishing, a lot of red. We've been fishing a lot of red larvae. If you have San Juan worms in a red color, especially from Simone down, we had a blowout in the canyon, which has coated a lot of the rock and sand. Some of that you can even see here. But that sand has brought up a lot of worms. So think... yeah, a lot of red worms as well. You might be able to get by with some eggs in red or orange in real small colors. But those have been primarily what we're fishing. In some of the shallower water, if you see fish feeding, that's when I would switch over to some of our midges, mainly in the morning, maybe a midge in the beatis afternoon. And those have still been our standard patterns. A lot of Big Macs, colors in like red and gray, yellow and olive. You can't go wrong with a chocolate. And the same thing for beatis. I haven't seen a ton of beatis activity, but they'll still hit sort of your standard colors, gray RS2s, for example, chocolate foam wings. You can't go wrong with any of those. And like I said earlier, we had a great day of dry fly fishing, and we started off the day trying to throw hoppers and ants. It seems like for today, at least, they weren't so much on the big stuff and instead eating a lot of smaller flies. Think like 22 to 24. Something like a CDC midge would work well. A loop wing beatis was another one that they were really hitting today. We've got all of those in the shop. If you want to come see us, we'll get you set up for what you need to go out fishing. Otherwise, I'd say that's about it for this week. We'd love to see you out here. We got a ton of all-inclusive packages and options for your stay. We look forward to making your trip. Season is on for those of you that are looking to dry fly fish. From now probably till, at least mid-September. Come on out. They're really liking beatis patterns right now. Hoppers and ants have been so-so. The bigger stuff, not so much. But if you can get them on like anything in 20 to 24 beatis patterns in the afternoon, it's been fishing great.
As we said, the dry fly fishing has been really good. On a bump day, for some reason, it's weird nymphing. We had some luck earlier, but guides do what guides do, and if they're eating off the surface, we're gonna fish them on the surface. June and July was really good. I think it's just gonna keep getting better, and we're gonna get high water soon, so it'll clear up, and then we'll get back into nymphing. Just been fishing double beatis, basically just parachute Adams out there catching fish. It's fun.